Then when we get it going, I'll get back with you. So let's get right on. I got a bee on me. Please, bee, get out of here. Well, good morning. It is Saturday, September 20th. We got some beautiful weather today. Temperatures are even up from what they've normally been. The wind isn't blowing as hard. We got to make a trip into the big town of Arco today. We got to get some fly strips for this trailer because these flies are driving me insane. But we got some leftover stew from yesterday. I was going to see if it will work in the pie iron, see if we can make a type of a breakfast type thing. So the coals are just about ready. Let's get on with it, see what we can make. Yeah, we got the irons oiled up. We'll swirl it around a bit in there and make sure everything's covered. We'll lay that on there. Get some of this beautiful stew on there. Trying to feel around where the edges are at. Actually go a little more that way. Let's put a little sprinkle of this adobo seasoning. Not much. Put a little bit of that carne asada seasoning. And sneak that deal through there. Fold my tortilla over good. Clamp it shut. And it's ready for the fire. We'll pull this excess off we don't need. I think these little round irons have been feeling neglected, so we'll give them a shot this morning. Well, while that's cooking away, I ran into one of my subscribers yesterday. There's not too many of you, so that was kind of a real surprise. But he waved me down the side of the road, and he was talking to two elk hunters, and well, we just had a really good conversation there. Everything from camping spots to hunting to a little bit of fishing even. But he's just up here with his mule camping. He's been to a few of the spots that I've been to, so it was good meeting him and having that great conversation with him. Well, we'll get this going. I can start hearing it. Tell you what, these hornets this morning are pretty intense for some reason. I don't know any way to get rid of them. Well, we'll get back with you when this is done. This thing should be about ready. A little brown on top, a little brown on top. I don't know if we feel lucky, but we'll see if we can push it and get a little bit browner without burning it. Pretty dang close there. Yeah, I think we'll take it off the flames and just let it kind of brown. Well, for the big taste test, we'll see how that beef stew turned out in the pie iron. Yeah, it's really good. So keep your leftovers and make you some little pie iron sandwiches with them. Pretty dang good stuff. Well, we had to come into Arco to get a few supplies. We ran out of tortillas for one. And I've got a leaky propane hose I'm hoping to find a replacement for while I'm here. But Arco, Idaho was the first community to ever be powered by nuclear power. That was back in 1955. Yeah, all that power came from what is now today the INL, Idaho Nuclear Laboratory. But yeah, that's kind of has the distinction of being the first atomic powered community. I think it was just a few hours, but they did power the whole town. Well, I gotta go see if I can find a hardware store and then a grocery store, and maybe we'll do a little tour of the town. We'll see all the numbers up there on that hill. That's the Arco, Idaho number hill. That is to measure the snowfall we have here every year. Going clear back into the 1920s. That's a heck of a lot of snow. But in reality, those are the graduating class numbers. Each class gets to put their number up there on the hill. Kind of a neat little tradition they have here. Well, the 666 boat, or the Devil's boat, that used to belong to the USS Hawkbill. Well, the USS Hawkbill was the last of the Sturgeon-class fast attack submarines. Scrapped after 30 years of naval service, the sail was sent to the Idaho Science Center here in Arco. Yeah, there's some interesting history out here on the desert at the INL. We got a naval research, I think an NRF, Naval Research Facility. Well, in 1948, the Atomic Energy Commission and the United States Navy contracted with Westinghouse to design and build a nuclear reactor capable of powering a submarine. The prototype was developed out here at the INL at the NRF facility. And it looks like an aircraft carrier first design at Westinghouse, USS Enterprise. And there's a lot of naval history out here in the middle of the desert. And yeah, the conning tower of the USS Hawkbill. Quite a sight to see out here in a desert community of less than 1,000 people. I know the lighting ain't the best, it's out here in the shade, but this is a dedication to USS S-27. One of the 52 United States submarines lost in World War II. This one's the United States Submarine Force has lost 65 submarines and more than 4,027 crew members are still on final patrol. It's quite the memorial. And then of course there's a big torpedo. Mark 14 torpedo, 20.5 feet. Introduced to the Navy in 1929. Taken out of service in 1959 and reinstated in 1969. And finally withdrawn from service in the late 1970s. During World War II, the U.S. Navy submarine sank more shipping tonnage with the Mark 14 torpedo than all other sources combined. Yeah, the little props on it. I was going to see if they turn, but they don't. Yeah, quite the quite the deal out here in the middle of nowhere. And right over there, underneath the sail of that submarine, you'll see that green building. That's the famous Pickles Place. You got some pretty dang good food in there. Well, we're at the dog's little favorite potty spot. Can't remember what this place is called. It's the Conoco station. With the big parking area and the RV dump. Free RV dump, by the way. Well, we did find our tortillas, but no luck on the RV hose or the propane hose. Yeah, that might be a better look at the number hill there. Boy, it's hot down here today. Hotter than I want it to be. Well, we got our Pickles Place order. Tater tots and the atomic burger. All the toppings. I got two of them, one for me and one for the dogs. There's two Got a patty cheese, caramelized onions, and all your fixings there. So we're going to enjoy dinner while we're here in Arco. Yeah, there's a reason their food is so good. Man, that's awesome thick hamburger. There's even mushrooms in on that. Well, this sauce here is fry sauce. Apparently, it's just kind of a local sauce here, Utah and Idaho. Mayonnaise, ketchup, and some dill pickle juice. As far as I know, that's how it's made. But it is some tasty stuff. Well, guys, that was one heck of a good hamburger. We really enjoyed it. Stop by at Pickles. It's worth it. Well, we got that little mule deer doe there going through the port. Oh, there's two of them. Doe and a fawn. Here comes another one. Of course, old Suki's has them all spotted out too. Yeah, at least we're starting to see some wildlife. And Suki, you seeing wildlife? Well, we didn't get much done in this video. Did go see some sights in Arco and got everything but what I set out for, and that was them glue fly strips. Somehow it just escaped my mind completely. But we did get our tortillas and we did get our gas for the generator. So we'll figure out a way to make do with the flies. But the sun has gone down and we're going to head back to camp. Actually seen quite a bit of wildlife, more than I've seen since the whole time I've been up here. Got one little bull moose that just too far away to get any video of, and then all the deer. So if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up, comment, and share if you would. And until next time, see you later.